Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have already shown you how to backend code for this user control, that is phone stock, and when I click on this, all the data is being assigned to these labels. So if you have not watched my previous video, then just go to description. There I have put the link for my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the right side of your screen, suggestion over there, and you will move back to my previous video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to design this user control, that is customer record. Here you can see this. When I select this customer name, enter customer name is over here. So now I'm going to write SAURAV and just search for that. Then I will find the record on the basis of the customer name. And when I change this one to IMEI and then again I try to search by the name, then I will find nothing. So let me just clear this and try to search this again. All the record is here. So I have to just search for IMEI. So I'm going to write this starting IMEI and just search for that, and here you will find this IMEI 555 in the starting of Raj. So I am going to show you how to design this and how to backend code for this. So let me close this and move back to our project on which we are working. We are working on mobile shop video, and let me just start this and show you that till where our task is done. New phone record is perfectly working fine, and the same way customer is also working fine. Stock is over here. You can see this. When I click on this, all the data is being assigned, and when I click on customer record, nothing happened. So what we have to do is we have to design the customer record user control first. So for that, let me just close this stuff, and after that we have to add one user control. So go to the solution explorer, and there you have to just right click and click on add, select new item, and here what you have to select is user control. And let me just give this one some name. So I'm going to write this UC underscore customer record and click on add, and this will add a new user control. Let me just make this large and make this background of this one white. So change the back color for first, click on this custom and white, and let me make this panel or user control large. And after this, what we have to do is we have to add one label in the starting. So let me just copy that label, this one from the previous one, copy this and paste it over here. And after this, let me just change the icon for now, and after that I'm going to change the text. Search for image in the properties, click on this small dot, click on import. It will open your local directory, and you have to explore where you have stored all the image, which I have provided in the description of this video. If you have not downloaded this video, then I will suggest you to first download and after that start coding with me. I'm going to select this one and hit open and hit OK. And after that, let me just change the text of this from phone stock to customer record and hit enter. Let me make this a little bit large like this. And after this, what we have to do is we have to add few labels and few text boxes and one combo box. So label, just drag and drop it over here, change the label name, change this one to search by, and after this we have to add the combo box. So I'm going to use this combo to Guna to combo box, and let me make this one large, at least this of this size. And after this, change this one to, and I need one more label, so let me drag one label over here and change this one to, change the text of this to customer name, and we have to add one text box, and I'm going to use the Guna 2 text box. Just drag and drop it over here and make this one large like this. And after this, you can observe in the complete project, let me just move back over here. Here we have some button. So this is actually the Guna 2 image button. So I'm going to add that Guna 2 button. It's image button. So search for that and just drag and drop it over here. And what we have to do is we have to set the image inside this. So just go to image, click on this, click on import. What we have to do is select this one and click open, click OK, and now you will find This one is quite large. So what we have to do is we have to decrease the size of this one. Actually, the image size is 64 and 64. So I'm going to change this one 25, 25 and hit enter. And now it's looking nice. Now what I want is when I click on this button, the size needs to be increased. So for that, we have to make few changes. Let me just maximize this. Go to properties, and there you have to check the state, or just search for that. Okay, so check the status over here. When you click on this plus sign, image flip, image offside, image size. When you click on this, image size will be 64 64. I don't want that. Initially our image size is 25 25, so I want that when I click on that the image size needs to be 35 and 35. That will look nice. Okay, so I'm going to do that further. Okay, so now we have to add few items inside this. So just click on this, click on items, and here we have to add customer name, and the second one is IMEI, and hit OK. And what we have to do is we have to remove the border from these two text box, sorry, combo box, and from the text box. You just go over there, and after this we have to change the style. So from default to change this one to material. So now you can see it's looking nice. After this, what we have to do is we have to increase the size of these labels as well. So just go to font, click on this, and just select 11. And now these are looking nice. Let me adjust these properly. Okay, so now it's looking nice. Now we are missing, what we are missing is the data grid view. Search for data grid view. So go now to data grid view, just drag and drop it over here. And we have to add some border style inside this. So just click on this, go to properties and search for style. Border style, actually just click on this and fix 3D, and now it's looking nice. And what we have to do is we have to stretch it as per the requirement or as long as your user control is. Okay, so now we are done, the designing part is done. Now what we have to do is we have to add the Bruna to ellipse and drag and drop it over here, and we have to set border radius to 26 and target control from none to user custom record. Just click on this, just copy this and move on to form 1 and paste it over here. Just click on this, change this one to 30, target radius, target control to form 1, and now save this. Now when you go over here you will find nothing. Now what we have to do is we have to just start this and stop this. Let me just close this, and now you will find user customer record. So just drag and drop it over here, and let me add this user control. Now this one is added, and we have to code on this customer record button. So right click and go to properties, and there let me change the design name for this one. So PTN customer records, hit enter. Just double click on this and this will generate a click event, and here what we have to do is UC customer record dot visible is equal to false, sorry, true, and UC customer record dot bring to front. Now here what we have to do is we have to initially make it visible is equal to false when this form loads. So here on the form 1 load we have to make it false. UC customer record dot visible is equals false. Now just to start this, and let's see how it looks like. When I click on this, okay, so now our form is on this form, our user control is on this form, but it's not on the proper size. So what we have to do is we have to adjust this. Here you can see this, when I hover over it the image is being quite large, so I have to change that state. Okay, so I will do that later. First thing what we have to do is we have to adjust the size. So let me do that. So auto size, make this one from false to true, and just start this and let's see how it looks like now. And now you can observe this one is fine, but it's quite large out of the box. So make this small, make this data grid be a little bit small. So I'm going to do that and just start this. Okay, so still it's out of the box. So we have to adjust this till over here, and we have to adjust this one too. Now start this. You have to do this by yourself. You can't just do this on the basis of my PC. Okay, so now this is inside the box, but it's quite small, so make this one a little bit large from the downside. Let me just do that. Start this. You have to change this according to your system specification. Okay, so now it's nice. So we have to move this one a little bit right side. Okay. Now start this. Okay, so it's a little bit large. So the adjustment actually take little bit of time. Okay, so here you can see this. Now it's inside the box and the bottom is also. So if you feel like the bottom is not, then let me just make this one a little bit small, not that much, but a little bit. Now start this and click on customer record. Okay, so now everything is inside the box. So here you can observe this, everything is fine, but there is a quite large space between these image and the label. So what we have to do is we have to decrease the size and we have to move these all the stuff a little bit on the left side, and we have to fix this. Here you can see this when I hover over it, the magnified glass is quite large and it's not looking nice. So let me do that. So we have to move these all the stuff a little bit on the left side first. That's it. And make this one a little bit small like this. Let's start and check that if it works or not. Let's click on this. Here you can see this, the space has been decreased and this one is on the left side. So now it's looking nice, and we have two records over here and we have to fix this one. Okay, so let me move back to the over here and just click on this and change the hover state. Here you can see this, just click on this plus and change this one to 30 because click state is 35, so change this one to 30. Now let's start and see if that works or not. Click on this. Here you can see this. Now it's a little bit, and when I click on this, it's 35. Okay, so that's it. That will look nice. So now we are going to move to the coding part for now. So first thing what we have to do is we have to change the text box's name. So change this one to, just right click and go to properties and change this combo box name to txt search by. Hit enter. Change this one to txt customer, okay, search actually, and we have to code on this button. So let me just change this one to ptn search. Hit enter. First thing what I want is when this form panel enters, I want to fill this data grid view with the data. So how to do that? Just right click on this user control on the empty space, just click on this and we have to just code on this enter form enter event. So just double click on this and this will generate a user control customer record enter event. Here what we have to do is we have to actually first create an object of the function class. Function fn is equal to new function. In the previous video I have showed you which method actually I have written inside the function class, and how I have created the function class. Okay, so we need one string also, so let me just name that query. And on the form load we want all the data of customer purchase. So query is equal to select star from customer purchase. This customer purchase is actually the table name of my customer purchase record in which the customer purchase record is saved. Okay, so inside the database, I have a table with the name of customer purchase. So if your table name is different, then you have to write that name over here. So I'm going to write this one because this is my name in the database. Okay, so now our query is ready. So now we have to call that method to get data, and inside that we have to pass the query. Okay, so I want a data set to store the data. So data set ds, I have created a variable of data set type, and here we have to call that method. So get data is a method, and inside this method actually accepts a argument that is of a string type. So query is a string, so I'm going to pass that, and this is going to return a data set, return the value, and this method get data is going to return data type of data set. Okay, so let me just show you function class quickly. So this one is over here, and here you can see this get data method is going to return data set object. Here you can see this. So that data set is actually filled with the data, and that is going to return, and that is going to store inside this ds. So now what we have to do is we have to actually show that data into the data grid view. So data grid view, our data grid view name is Luna to data grid view one dot data source. Data source is equals ts dot tables 0. That's it. Now let me just start this and let's see if that works or not. Click on this, and here you can observe now our data is visible. So now what I want is I want to search. When I select this customer name or IMEI, then this text needs to be changed on the basis of that. So for that, what I want is I want to actually uniquely identify this label. So let me just change the design name of this one to label to set, label to set, so that we can uniquely identify this one. Okay, and I have already changed the name of this one. So what I want is when the selected index change, I want to change the text of this label as well. By default, initially this one will be the customer name, so I want to change this one. Just right click and go to properties, and there we have to click on the event and select index change. Just click on this, and this will generate select index change event. And before we write anything inside that, I want a boolean value that is flag. I have taken the flag. I will explain that why I have taken that. So if txt search by is the text box name of the first combo box actually. Okay, so dot selected index is equal to 0. Then what I want is I want to set the label enter customer name, because at the 0th place we have customer. So let me just start this and show you. Click on this, and here you can see this customer is at the 0th place and this one is at 1st place. So when the selected index is 0, I want to set the label to set dot text is equals enter customer name, and we can also set that on else condition, but if we have to work on with the multiples index values, then we have to write like this: else if txt search by dot selected index is equals to 1. In this way we have to write. If you remove this, it will still work because we have only 2 for now. If and else, if we have multiples, then we have to write like this: else if. Okay, so label to set dot text is equal to enter IMEI, and let's see if that works or not. Let's start this. Just click on this, select customer, enter customer name. Yeah, it's working fine. Enter IMEI, so that's working fine. So now what I want is when the 0th is selected, I want to make this flag false. Why? I will explain you later. Just code with me. Flag is equals false, and this one is flag is equals true. Now what we have to do is we have to code on the button click event. So just keep this for later. I'm going to explain you this in this video. Don't worry about that. So now I'm going to generate a click event for this button. So just double click on this and this will generate a btn search click event. Here what we have to do is, first thing I'm going to check that if flag is equals to false. So here comes the trick. So when this flag is going to be false, this flag is going to be false in the condition when this txt search by combo box index is at 0th position. When that 0th is selected, then this is going to be false. So what we have to write the code over here is we have to search on the basis of customer name when this flag is equal to false. So this code is for search by customer name. So I'm going to write a query on the basis of that. So query is equals select star from customer purchase, that is my table name, where cname is the column name that of customer in the database. So we have to match that to the text box. So plus plus, and the text is actually in the form of string, and here you have to put 1%t, and inside this txt search dot text. Okay, so what actually the query is going to be fired over here is, let me just show you. Suppose in the second text box you write if you write something like Saurav, then it will work like this. Saurav percent is going to be fired inside the database. What that percent means that after Saurav we have anything that doesn't matter. If in initial positions we have Saurav, then all the data which initially have Saurav, we have to show that. Okay, so this percent, I hope you understand what this percent means. Okay, so let me remove this line of code, and after this now the query is ready. And now what we have to do is we have to write data set ds is equal to, and I'm going to use that get data method. So and inside this I'm going to execute pass the query, and after this we have to set that value to data grid view. So our data grid view name is Luna2 data grid view dot data source is equals ds dot tables, and in the else condition we have to write this all again. So query is equals, and in the else condition we have to search on the basis of IABI. So I'm going to write that select star from where IMEI like plus plus, and we have to put percent over here, and inside this txt search dot text. And if you worry about this customer purchase, this is the table name in my database. In previous video I've already created a table with the customer name, sorry, customer purchase, and this is the column name for the IMEI in the database. Okay, so if you are not able to understand this one, then you can actually contact me on the Instagram. I'm available over there. I'm going to reply you within half an hour or within the evening for sure. So before moving further, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get updated with our new content. Okay, so query, and after this we have to make the same line of code. Data set ds is equal to function dot get data and query, and we have to set that data to data grid view. So Guna to data grid view dot data source is equal to ts dot tables, and let's check if that works or not. Just click on this customer record and just click on this one and search for P, and when I click on search, nothing is over here. Why? Check that. Okay, something is wrong over here. Okay, so this one is working fine. Let me just remove this and click on this. Search for, okay, something went wrong over with this customer name. CNAME, like, everything is fine. Okay, so let's try this once again. Just click on this customer name, and I'm going to search for Saurav and just click on this. Okay, so nothing is over there, so let me check that quickly. Sorry, that's my mistake. Actually, we don't have to add the D over here. That's in other programming language. uh, I'm working on some other programming language, that's why I've added the D over there. So we have to actually add percent, only percent. That's why that's causing a problem. So let me just try this once again. Just click on this and click on customer name and search for PO. Here you can see this. I have written only PWO, and when I search for this, Pooja is over here. What query is being fired? That it's searching for PWO percent, and percent means whatever after this PWO, all that records needs to be visible. So let me just remove this and just search for that. And here you can see this, we have two names with R, that is Rahul and Raj. Here you can see this, when I write R and try to search this, we have both the records. I'm trying to just enter RA, we still have both the records. When I enter H, so now what you observe that we have only the first record. Click on this, here you can see this Rahul. So I'm going to change this one to RAH to J and search for that. We have Raj now, and when I delete the J, we have the both. Okay, so now it's working fine, and let me move back to the IMEI and try to search for RA. Just click on this, nothing is over there because we haven't any IMEI with the RA. So I will try with the 111 4 times 1. Okay, so we don't have any record for that. So 1 we have this sort of over here. So let me remove this and search for all, and here you can see this, everything is over here. So now let me search for 88 and just search for this. We have two records with the 88 is starting in the IMEI. So that's working fine. One small problem is that the size of these font is quite small, so I'm going to increase the size. Okay, so let me do that. User control, go over there, just click on these two text boxes, go to properties and click on font and just increase the size to 12. Sorry, and now start this. Okay, so where the text box is gone? Okay, so let me check that. The text box is over here. In the behind. Okay, so let me adjust this. So the size of this one is quite large. Let me make this small. Just click on this. And go to font. You copy the size of this one. So copy this, click on this, paste it. Okay. So now I hope you have changed the font. Just click on this and change the font to 12 or 11. Okay, so now this will look nice for now. We start this. Okay, so now it's looking nice. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to code for this delete phone record and how to backend code for this. Thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button and share with your friends.